All right, I thought today was another good work day. Thought guys came out, a lot of competition. We worked some third down, some red zone, continuing to hit those situations of areas of improvement. But I liked the mentality. I thought it was even a little crisper than what I saw yesterday in some of the finer details. I thought yesterday was a good work day from effort, but still just some of the things we have to constantly clean up. As a coach, you also get to a bye week. You get 7 weeks of reflection, and making sure that we're putting guys in the right situation. Whether it might be just a route where we need a little extra work. At one key element of it, or just trying to make sure you're hitting those things. So when they show up in the game, that we're put our players in the best position to be able to execute in those moments, and then you also push in the details, the fundamentals, the communication, all those things that are critical for our success. But I thought our guys had a good mindset, and I thought we got good work today.
Deuce, pretty good day from him. What are some of the consistent details you want to see out of him these last 5 games to get?
It's just as he's battled some injuries here early in the year, and so he hasn't had as many reps as what some of the other guys possibly have had. But it's just it's a consistency in the details, and he's really coming along. Catching the ball so much better. He's such an explosive athlete and what he can do. Like when he missed time, it did set him back a little bit, and then it's just going out. I mean, he played probably the most snaps here this last week that he's played. But even going back and watching film, there's some finer details of execution that he gets to take ownership on, and but I'm excited about what his future is and just the growth that I'm seeing.
Kentron had a really nice catch too.
Yeah, Kentron's. I mean, he's really coming on, and I think we've seen that not only in practice, but it's showing up in games. The last touchdown, just his playmaking ability. I mean, he's really got a great future in front of him. But I'm excited about the work he's putting in, and I thought he's had a really good last 2 days.
What about Ja'Kai Douglas too today? Really nice grab in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, Ja'Kai is. I mean, you see somebody that just loves playing football, and he missed so much time there coming out of fall camp, and he was really having a good fall camp. But you're seeing his just enjoy and excitement, and I mean it was you saw that before the game. I mean, just a smile on his face going into practice last week. The energy of of how he went to work. I mean, and you saw the same thing. Fabian's getting some work out here, and I mean he's got a smile on his face. I mean, these kids love playing the game, and they put so much time in the off season preparing for it. And then when you lose a rep, when you lose a game, a stretch of games, I mean it hurts. And that just seeing the joy that's on their face when they get to come back out and continue to work on their craft and put themselves in a position to be able to help this football team. They understand just how fragile that time is.
With self-scouting, does that happen throughout the course of the season, or is this the time?
It does. I mean, you go. I mean, basically, you'll take everything throughout. Once you get about the third game, every week it's a part of it. But I like going back at when you have a little bit more time. Now it's a big picture within the self-scouting. Like you get a sense of your tendencies. What are you showing? What are you doing? How are you building what you've done to what you're going to do? But now it's more of the quality control. Right, these are the issues. I mean, I've been through and I've watched every red zone play that we've had. We've had some missed opportunities. We've had some plays, some drives that have come up short. I mean, every third down, we've been pretty good on third downs this year offensively, but there's still some third down, long yard situations, fourth downs. What are the common themes to whenever we're having success? What are the common themes to when we're not? And what can we do to be able to help that? And it's been good to be able to sit back and reflect, and obviously it's a good week to be able to do that, and as we go to this these last 5 games.
Is this a good week? Like you go back since Louisville, you haven't had a bye week. Is that a good time to visit small things that happened in that game to kind of look at past games and kind of go over?
Yeah, we go through each of them, and and that's where we've seen growth in a lot of areas. I mean, I like the trajectory of this team. there's been some things that have come up, in each of the last 3 games, and there's some things that came up in the first 4 that, that we have to continue to improve on. So, but the guys, they have the right mentality, but it's still about the application of it. And we've got to be able to do that for 60 minutes on game day, and that's what I like the work that they put in here these last couple days, and we're going to need to continue that as we jump into this Georgia Tech week.
What's the rest of this week look like? Is it a chance for the guys to rest up and do some recruiting on the road?
Yeah, we've got guys that will be getting treatment throughout the weekend. Continuing to get their bodies, where they need to be. Also want them to have a little bit of take a deep breath. It's been, we've been going for, I want to say, 80 days since camp started. It's a our guys, and they've worked. I don't, like I said that after the game. I said this football team works. It's not one that just goes through the motions. They pour a lot into it. It's still getting better at the finer details and with all of that. But it's for this weekend, let them rest their bodies, rest their minds a little bit. Come back Sunday, and we're going to hit it rolling. And so coaches, I'll be leaving out late tonight. Getting in position for tomorrow. Next couple of days recruiting. It's good to be able to get out in the state, get out in the region. You'll go see a lot of our guys that we're recruiting, whether it's in the 23 class, 24, 25s. Just be able to be out and be present. Excited about being able to do that here these next few days.
Are there any players that you kind of are telling please don't come in too much because you come in too much already to practice and do too much?
Oh, they won't be doing a lot of physical work. I would assume. Some guys will come in, I'm sure, get on the jugs and do things that are not taxing. But I'm never going to keep somebody from work. I just want to make sure that they're smart with their bodies and take a minute to take a deep breath.
There were some comments from Clemson's, I think, D coordinator and some of the players about how physical the offensive line was. They were in the way the backs ran. It was almost more than they expected. What did you see when you went back?
Our guys they played tough. There's been a lot of growth and development, and you sit there and you look at the mentality of what our guys are bringing. You take the offensive line. That was a good defensive front, and it's been traditionally a really good run defense. I think they were one of the best in the country this year, and for our guys, they wanted to go show what they could do, and I thought they did a nice job, with that throughout the course of the game. I thought our backs ran hard. I was really proud of Trey Benson. Trey missed. You guys know, but he practiced 1 day last week. He was questionable for the game, and to be able to get in there and we had some really good moments, and I'm excited about the growth you're seeing from him, and even with that, there's a couple runs there that he wish would have turned out a little bit better than what they did. But I thought LT ran really hard. Being in that game without Trey Sean, and just seeing those guys take advantage of opportunities, it was a real positive.
How big is it for the offense? Because Jordan's had success throwing the ball this year. The last couple of games he's been able to run it more now. How big is that for the offense, and what does it mean for him?
Well, we really haven't done anything different with it. If teams don't account for him, then we're going to utilize him, and he's done a good job. On the plays that we're calling, and then there's certain times that he's just gonna have to create, and there was some pressure at times that he had to create things, and he does a good job with that. But it's always going to be a dynamic of the offense, regardless of who the quarterback is, and but Jordan is definitely very talented in that, and has had some real explosive plays that have helped us move the ball.
Next week's opponent plays tomorrow night. Is it different when you can kind of scout live, watching it, as opposed to 2-3 days later on an all-22?
I'm actually going to be watching a high school game tomorrow night, so I'll be probably game casting just to see how it's done. So no, I don't. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Probably first thing Friday morning once it all gets in. But it's for us. We've already put in some good work, here this week of trying to get a preliminary plans and thoughts, and some of those things we'll watch to see if our initial thoughts are things that carry over, and if not, then we'll just continue to work through the week. But no, we're going to be watching a lot of high school games tomorrow, probably more than that. So, all right, thanks guys.
Coach.